Good afternoon, everyone. I am He Xiaopeng. Hello. I'm really excited. Today is our first live streaming debut of Mona M03. And we chose a very special venue today, which is the Design Center of XPENG Motors. In other words, many classic products of ours, including M03, such as P7, G9, and the products that we will continue to bring you in the future were and will continue to be shaped little by little here before they eventually got delivered to you. So this place holds great significance for XPENG. Just like many of today's audience, our products are very attractive and good looking. Now, allow me to repeat that this year also marks the 10th anniversary of XPENG Motors. Over the past decade, we have witnessed the emergence of new energy vehicles in China, which has resulted in a significant shift in the global automotive landscape. And I firmly believe that XPENG has played a pivotal role in this transformation. A decade ago, our ambition was to become pioneers in the future mobility, and our relentless pursuit has been focused on revolutionizing travel and mobility through technological advancement. From a different perspective, we consider ourselves fortunate to have placed great emphasis on product quality and technological innovation, and we've been supported by a vibrant community of young, forward-looking individuals like yourselves. Thank you so much. Now, Mona M03 is considered a creation by many of our users and car owners because we listen to your suggestions and ideas and feedback, and together we created a brand new product. Over the past decade, innovation has always been ingrained in our DNA. And I can share a few innovations with you. For instance, our G3 was the first to incorporate automatic parking and visual recognition. And today, many high-quality cars are equipped with visual parking capability. And our P7 has introduced several innovations. It is the first to incorporate full scenario voice assistance into cars. Today, many cars are equipped with full scenario voice controls as a standard configuration. And the second one about P7 is that we launched the Highway NGP, and what impressed me the most was that it was only after that year that China's auto industry began to really contemplate what highway autonomous driving and urban autonomous driving truly mean. And our P5 is the first NGP to bring LiDAR to China and to city roads. And our G9 brings 800-volt high-voltage silicon carbide to mass production for the first time. And our G6 brings the world's largest integrated die casting to reality for the first time. And our X9 is the first car that can automatically transform from a 7-seater to a 4-seater. And it comes with rear-wheel steering as standard. In the past, every single one of our products has led the innovation of consumer experience, and we believe that our brand new Mona M03 will also lead this new innovative change in the field of A-class BEV and intelligence. Now, a lot of people often tell me, Xiaopeng, we should learn more from others and vigorously engage in marketing. And I believe that I shouldn't just learn from others, but also innovate technology myself. I'm eagerly looking forward to the next decade, during which XPENG Motors will continue to be authentic, sincere, and serious about technology, bringing more innovations to the market, to China, and to the world. Okay, now let's close our eyes. In China, what do A-class cars in the market look like? And why is that? In fact, most of the A-class cars were originally powered by gas and then changed to electricity, or they simply used the previous chassis model to make the car to save costs. And secondly, in the A-class cars, car makers must consider selling to consumers and taxi drivers. So no one has ever thought about spending a lot of money to make a complete revamp different A-class car with a price of less than 200,000 RMB and different AI car for them. And this is what our Mona M03 intended to be. We hope to create a brand new car for young people who have personality, pursue a different life and are different from their parents. Now, many people are contemplating the needs of young individuals. When it comes to cars, there are two crucial points for pain points for young people. Firstly, the car should be aesthetically pleasing. After all, no one wants to get an ugly car. Appealing looks are fundamental. Secondly, the car should not be ordinary. It should be interesting and cool. So our Mona M03 unquestionably meets this criteria, surpassing any other car in the A-class in terms of fun and technology. Additionally, it's important to make the car affordable. And Mona aims to address these 3 points. We hope to leverage technology for change, even if it means incurring a slightly higher cost. But note that a little extra cost is not inconsequential. It's almost 4 billion RMB. We have been collaborating with Didi, the original creator of Mona, for over a year. Our goal is to enhance the appearance and appeal of this car and introduce more high-quality features to make the vehicle both budget-friendly and appealing. It has taken us around 4 billion RMB and nearly 4 years to develop this brand new Mona series. So M03 will be the first A-class sedan of the 03 series that we'll be introducing to you. Now, the challenge lies in figuring out how to make this car attractive, intriguing, and cost-effective, and it involves addressing various complexities. It used to be easy for us to create a car that was inexpensive, attractive, and high quality separately. However, combining all these elements to make a car that is affordable, beautiful, interesting, and high quality is incredibly challenging. Let me give you an example. M03 actually comes with a standard power liftgate. No one typically includes this feature in an A-class car. Using this feature can actually reduce drag or wind resistance and also can significantly improve space utilization, especially at the tail end. Achieving this requires a series of NV adjustment throughout the car, effectively balancing rigidity, cost control, and aesthetics. So many engineering considerations are involved, and some companies are hesitant to embrace them. Despite this, in the past 3 or 4 decades, global advancement in cars have not really been as extensive as we might thought. And in the past decade and the upcoming one, we and many other car makers are ready to introduce new changes. Significant investment are being made to initiate developments such as autonomous vehicles, flying vehicles, and stylish vehicles tailored for young people with the aim of delivering diverse outcomes for everyone. Now, Mona M03, which I believe is China's first smart, pure electric hatchback coupe. And so today is our first visual debut of M03, and I hope that everyone can actually come visit our store to see the car for yourself and experience a test drive. This model is completely different from traditional A-class pure electric coupe, and it's a really tremendous BEV smart hatchback coupe. Now today I'm gonna focus on its looks, but firstly, this car is priced below 200,000 RMB, making it more affordable for everyone. Secondly, it must be very good looking, interesting, and affordable, as mentioned just now. So today, we'll also officially show you some interesting features of this M03. Now, this is the M03 that I'm talking about. Now actually, let's take a look. Now what do young people need for the best looking A-class vehicle under 200,000 RMB? First of all, it must be attractive, beautiful, but also it needs to have ample space because I might go out to have fun, bring my parents, or hang out with my friends, so it needs to have a lot of space. And we have successfully balanced these two capabilities as well. Now, during my recent visit to Mexico, I noticed a significant number of Chinese cars on the roads, which made me very, very proud. I also observed a wide variety of car brands as well. However, to be honest, although the common Chinese cars seem to sell well in Mexico, I believe that there is a need for more sort of high-tech and smart car models to be introduced globally at an affordable price. Taking our Mona series as an example, I expect actually smart technology without a hefty price tag, meeting the needs of young consumers who seek beautiful, advanced, and budget-friendly cars with an exceptional driving experience. It's important for these cars to stand out, as we know that China initially focused on quantity rather than uniqueness. Therefore, I believe emphasizing originality is key as we aspire to compete in the global market. And I think that new car makers and modern car companies in China are dedicated to originality, and XPENG Motors possesses this trait, and we prioritize originality. So standing out from the crowd is a crucial goal that I believe will make a big impact in the world. I'm going to take some time to actually explain why Mona M03 embodies the concept of quantitative beauty. Many of you have asked me how to design a beautiful car, and I think the most important aspect of a car's beauty are its overall posture and attention to detail. Now you should know that the aspect ratio is 1.31, meaning that M03's height and width form a very appealing golden ratio. Additionally, we must have an power liftgate, which has not been done in a car of this class previously. Generally, only those that are priced at $1 million will have this feature. And our Mona M03 is considered beautiful for a few reasons. First of all, it boasts the posture of high-end coupe. Secondly, it manages to look stunning without being excessively expensive. To achieve this, this car focuses on reducing wind resistance. In the world of traditional ICE vehicles, people often overlook this factor. And M03 stands out with its incredibly low wind resistance of 0.194, resulting in a driving range that is more than 10% higher than ordinary cars of its class. Additionally, it features an oversized AGS, active air intake grille, which is prominently visible at the front. Mona M03 is also the most energy efficient model in our portfolio, thanks to its two key features and other positive attributes. By leveraging our technological strength of G6, G9, X9, as well as our partner DD's capability, this model excels in energy management to increase its driving range. A longer range means that we can use fewer and more robust batteries, resulting in lower costs and making the purchase of this sleek coupe more affordable. The so-called beauty of quantification or quantitative beauty is evident in this power liftgate of the entire M03 hatchback. I can actually tell you the exact size of this car's trunk. X9 used to be the largest because it could accommodate 5 bicycles in its trunk, and it also can actually fold its third row flat, creating a spacious area. And many people believe that it's impossible to make a sedan this roomy, but M03's trunk actually holds a whopping 621 liters, which is incredibly spacious. Now, it might be hard for you to compare without seeing the picture, but I assure you that most medium-sized SUVs don't offer as much cargo space as we do here. It's definitely larger than the average medium-sized SUV. Another amazing thing about the M03 is actually this 010 design. Does it resemble a starry sky, like a spaceship in the starry sky? I will also provide you with a detailed description of the spaceship's characteristics later. We use a color that is low saturation, commonly found in luxury cars, and we apply this color for the whole vehicle. And to truly appreciate the difference, you must visit our store and compare it with maybe 3 to 5 other A-class cars. And as a result, you can see we are able to produce beautiful exterior with this unique color, nice curve. Also, when you look at the outer color, the exterior, it gleams tastefully without being ostentatious. Now, we have just finished reviewing the M03 in its entirety. Today, we actually will be focusing on the design and appearance. Now, some of you might think of me as more of a technical and engineering sort of nerd and may not be the best person to talk about the aesthetic design. Therefore, we are delighted to actually have our Vice President of Design at XPENG Motors to share his thoughts on M03. Thank you.
Thank you. 下午好，我是 Juanma. So it's my honor to meet you as a Design Vice President of XPENG Motors. I would like to introduce myself to explain something about me. I started my career as a studio engineer working in mechanical projects, and since 15 years, I was thinking that maybe one day I should become designer. So when I was a child, I had in my bedroom, I have 2 posters. I have one poster of Ferrari GTO and another poster of Lamborghini Countach. And this inspired me all the time. Since I was a child, these memories came to me all the time. So one day, I decided to step out of my comfort zone. When I was 30, at this time, it was a very difficult decision for me because I was in a very comfortable place doing engineering projects, but my heart was beating too much for design and also for cars. So I come back to university, I study car design to become this car designer. So 2000, I arrived in Volkswagen Group, was my first company. In Volkswagen Group, I developed in different companies like Lamborghini, Audi, and then later out of Volkswagen Group, I went to Ferrari for many years. So, but at this time, I saw that the transformation in the automotive industry was happening very fast. This was around 10 years ago. And at this time, the big transformation was done in China. So I put my eyes in China, and I decided to look at the trends in the market in China. That was, I fixed my target in Xiaopeng. And that's why I'm in Xiaopeng right now. So, thank you. You know, Xiaopeng for me is a very attractive company. I will tell you why. Very simple. For me, combine design and technology. Design is a rational and emotional design at the same time, which is very, very difficult to achieve. Also with a very international approach. So this is very, very nice. This is very attractive for me. but at the same time, in another hand, combines the technology, the ultimate trends in technology, in AI driving. So for me, has the right profile of the company to write my next chapter and to make my stay in Xiaopeng a highlight of my career. So that's the reason why I joined Xiaopeng. But I would like to also speak a little bit about Mona. So for me, I would like to make a summary of 3 topics that for me are fundamental for a beautiful car. One is the proportions. So proportions, we have in Mona a beautiful proportions. So the proportions are, let's say, in a coupe silhouette, the best in the volume that we can achieve, in the package that we have. And this is the first step. As soon we get this attractive volume, we start to add all the value on top, all the elements, as He Xiaopeng explained about the concept of every single detail in the car, like the big, let's say, I call super icons in the front, which are the lights and the rear lights as well, and also the wheels, inspired by the nature, like a flake snow composition, but interpreted in a very high-tech and in a very, let's say, efficient way. So the third thing that we have to take in consideration is also about not only the performance in terms of acceleration, speed, and so on, but also how all the elements in the car are calculated, are designed by satisfying the requirements of the users. So, and this is the things that I find here in this car. So it's not only about performance, it's also about form follows function. So form follows function means that in this nice silhouette, it's not only a design-driven shape, it's also the achievement of one of the most ambitious targets in aerodynamics, which is a very low drag coefficient of 0.19, which is really amazing. It's like a sport car. So in this simplicity and in this silhouette, we find also a very attractive, let's say, luggage compartment in the rear, which is another of our targets to achieve 621 liters in the rear. This makes the car completely useful for a weekend or for a short holidays. You can carry on everything. And also with the hatchback opening, you can easily load and download everything, all your items. So quite cool. In my opinion, Mona is a very attractive car for a beautiful and young people as you. So finally, let me say something. For me, good design is beautiful. Always live and love with passion is even more beautiful. Cheers, my young friends. Viva la vida. 谢谢.
Now, Xiaopeng will answer questions about Mona M03, and he's going to have a Q&A session with everyone. Now, just to remind Xiaopeng that we must tell the truth today, okay? Let's get started. The first question, it's so very challenging. What does Mona mean? Why is the first car in the Mona series named M03? Well, actually, in the past decade, China's new energy vehicle industry has experienced very rapid development. The penetration rate of new energy vehicles has increased from less than 1% to an average of nearly 50% in the first half of this year in China. In the early days of the Chinese automaking industry, actually, overseas companies believed that Chinese car manufacturers were not very competitive. However, nowadays, international companies are actively participating in Chinese auto shows, indicating a significant shift in the industry. Looking ahead, it's clear that AI will play a crucial role in shaping the next decade. impacting many aspects of our lives. So the name of Mona is, in fact, derived from a reference to the new AI technology. It means made of new AI. Now, what is Mona's aesthetic philosophy? In reality, the item, the concept, it's not just about beauty, it's also practical and valuable in the realm of beauty. As mentioned earlier, in order to achieve this beauty, we must also be able to reduce costs simultaneously. We must also be able to achieve practicality for the beauty. This is what we believe constitute the beauty of quantified numbers. And in other words, it should be aesthetically pleasing as a whole and should not merely be decorative, because it should be functional, user-friendly, cost-effective, and also be durable and aesthetically pleasing. There can be numerous instances of actions pertaining to this concept, some involving vehicles and others involving people. But what I'm trying to convey here is the beauty of specifics. It should not only excel in appearance, but also be efficient and valuable in its presentation. Now, the next question I get from the audience here is quite technical. Why does M03 have to go to the wind tunnel 10 times? Is it necessary to test it so many times? As far as I know, only fighter jets usually undergo wind tunnel testing so many times, and cars are typically tested 6 to 7 times at most. Why do we have to put M03 under that test for 10 times? First, let me just answer the question simply. First of all, why do we need to test these cars in wind tunnel so many times? Because we want to ensure that the car looks good, have sufficient driving range, and also are perceived as appropriately priced by everyone. We all know that wind resistance is crucial for electric vehicles. When designing an electric car, the initial simulation may suggest that the wind resistance is acceptable. However, real performance must be tested in the wind tunnel to thoroughly assess it from all angles. Previously, M03 spent about 100 hours in the wind tunnel and optimized 15 key aspects. The optimization resulted in a decrease of 102 counts in resistance, which is very technical, but it translates into an additional 60 kilometers of driving range. The strong wind resistance reduces energy consumption, leading to lower electricity usage or power usage and the cost of operating vehicles. Therefore, it is well worth the effort. Today, I also watched a very popular video in which a young man complained that, the label on his car stated 450 kilometers in driving range, but his meter already showed 451 kilometers, and he asked for an explanation. I also came across a popular debate on the so-called false claims or reverse false claims. Some people argue that, if the labeling is false or the claim is false with XPENG, then there would be no accurate labeling. I believe that the fact that these driving range exceeded the labeled or the claim distance or driving range actually indicate the technological progress made by XPENG. I would like to applaud these technicians and engineers at XPENG for their achievements. All right, the next question is that for M03, is the AGS active grille standard on all models, or is it only available on the premium models? Now, the fully integrated active air intake grille of AGS was previously only available on very expensive cars, and it offers numerous benefits. First of all, a short answer is that it comes standard for all models of the series. Secondly, when the AGS car travels on the road, the faster it runs, the higher the wind resistance and the greater the power consumption. And when energy consumption increases, the electric drive runs faster, causing it to heat up and requiring it to be cooled. And the angle of the air intake grille varies at different speeds and temperature in the system. So the active air intake grille is standard for all models of our M03 or all variations, providing the additional benefit of a longer driving range. How much are we talking about? We just mentioned that the world's lowest wind resistance of 0.194 can actually increase a standard car's driving range by about 60 kilometers. And with the AGS, fully integrated active air intake grille, we can provide an additional driving range of up to 16 kilometers. There's actually more questions. Now, this one says that right now our voice assistant's wake-up word is hello, Mona, or hello, Xiaopeng. Which one is it? Well, actually, our colleague already reviewed the answer in advance, which is that it should be hello, Xiaopeng, because our cockpit and our autonomous driving capability have always been distinct from those of other Chinese and EV OEMs. I believe that we'll see more interesting innovations from Mona, and I think these innovations and experience are somewhat still suspenseful for everyone today. We'll keep it a secret. After we officially release, we invite everyone to come check it out. All right. Most of the time, you actually see that I'm driving XPENG's cars on the road. Hopefully, we can see you all in XPENG's cars as well. So this question is that is M03 equipped with the capability of city driving? Is it visual solution, or is it based on end-to-end large model, or does it have an AI valet? Does it involve OCC, Occupy Network, and does it have SNGP capability, wireless? Did you get all those? Yes. While developing the entire Mona series, we have thoroughly considered the integration of AI, and we have explored more combinations compared to the current G, P, and X series. In reality, for this class of vehicles that is about 200,000 price range, I believe that many customers desire a very high level of autonomous driving. However, some customers express a preference for driving freely on their own and are not really focused on autonomous driving features. So with this series, we've decided to offer different solutions to meet the diverse needs of our customers and provide everyone with more options and choices. Of course, it's essential to point out that Mona undoubtedly has the most robust autonomous driving solution in its class. And I wanted to also highlight that yesterday and last month, I actually tried out Tesla's FSD. I rode in Waymo. I also tested our brand new XNGP. I would like to say that when it comes to autonomous driving, you have to experience it for yourself. Lately, XPENG has been having around 4 internal upgrades every week, which is quite rapid and frequent. And our entire training system is becoming cleverer and more advanced, from navigating simple turns to more complex maneuvers. However, I encountered a situation the other day that autonomous system could not handle. What happened was that we encountered a roll session under repair where there was only one lane open and a person was sort of blocking the traffic, and I didn't and my car could not move. It just gets stuck. I had to take over and maneuver up the curb. It seems like the autonomous driving system is still not quite capable of handling such corner cases, but hopefully by next year, we would be able to do it. Now, I want to pose an additional question. This is not a question from the audience, but from myself. Now, actually, XPENG is the first to introduce, auto parking and autonomous driving. After trying it myself, I genuinely feel that your capability is superior to many of your peers. However, frequently, every single car maker claims that their product is better. There's a lot of noise of mine is better, making it challenging for ordinary consumer to differentiate. People tend to listen to whoever is making the loudest claims, right? So what should we do? Well, I believe that one of our main challenges is getting people's attention. Obviously, why is consumer confused I think that it's because most of the current market still only has partially assisted driving, around like 60% to 70% of fully autonomous capability. Only when fully autonomous driving, like what we are working on, becomes more widespread, do I think that we will see a significant change from the past. I believe that initial technology needs to be different. I think that we need to go from 60% to 80%, for sure. Great. Now the final question is, when will Mona M03 be launched? I'm excited to announce that we will open officially our online reservation of M03, and it will officially launch to the market in August. It is important for a car to have high quality before it is launched. I believe that quality is our number one priority, and we have spent nearly 4 years perfecting it. We have partnered with Didi for over 1 million kilometers and have extensively tested the cars on various routes, and we have put a lot of effort into ensuring the quality of every detail, and we're continually refining our work based on our previous models G9, G6, and S9. And when I visited the factory 2 or 3 months ago, I checked out Mona and I expressed my dissatisfaction with the paint quality. And subsequently, we thoroughly investigated the issues such as color intensity and polish, and we've since made significant improvement over the past couple of months, ensuring high quality in every detail. The second consideration is production capacity. We need to make sure that we have sufficient capacity when we launch the product to avoid long lead time. So what I mean to say is that first, we're steadily moving forward to ensure better quality at the current pace, and we plan to officially launch in August. Lastly, Mona's quality is exceptional, and I encourage every single one of you to come in for a test drive of Mona. Thank you.